AITAH for telling my daughter her much older boyfriend isn't welcome in our home. My husband, who is 46, and I, who am 48, have a 20-year-old daughter named Ellie. Ellie is currently on vacation from college. About 5 months ago, Ellie told us she had a new boyfriend, whom I'll call Tom. This came rather out of the blue, as Ellie hadn't mentioned seeing anyone or dating anyone before. Both my husband and I were supportive and happy for her. However, Ellie was strangely secretive about the whole situation. Usually, she's an open book, especially with me, and would always share details of her personal life. But this time, she wouldn't show us any pictures, and we knew almost nothing about Tom. All we knew was that they met at a party through a mutual friend. Ellie spent the past month of her vacation in her college town, and the plan was always for her to come back this weekend. She asked if she could bring Tom with her for a few days because they were getting serious, and she wanted him to meet us. Although we mentioned that we barely knew anything about him, Ellie said it would be a surprise and that we'd love him. Since he clearly was important to our daughter, we agreed and said we looked forward to spending the weekend together. Yesterday morning, we went to pick up Ellie and Tom from the airport, and we were shocked. We knew instantly that Tom was much older than Ellie, and he certainly wasn't a college student. I was just in a state of surprise, but didn't want to cause a scene, and told my husband to do the same. We drove home, but it was a frosty journey, which Ellie noticed and commented on. When we arrived, my husband point-blank asked Tom how old he was. Tom said he was 44. I was immediately disgusted. He's only 2 years younger than my husband, and old enough to be Ellie's father. My husband continued to question him, asking how they met and about their background. Ellie explained that they met at a party and that Tom was well known around the town. They realized they had a lot in common and hit it off from there. I really didn't want to hear any more. My husband then told Tom to leave. Ellie shouted that this was unfair, that we hadn't even given Tom a chance, and that he made her happy. Tom could sense the tension, so he left, and Ellie followed him out. I texted Ellie to say we'd love to see her, and asked her to come over to discuss the situation. She asked if Tom was welcome, and I said he wasn't. After calling me judgmental, she told me she wasn't coming and that they would be staying at a local hotel and catching up with friends. I feel terrible about the whole situation and don't want to lose my daughter over it. My husband isn't budging and said he'd have to be held back if he ever saw that man again. Am I the bad guy for saying Tom isn't welcome, or have I done the right thing?